before your 1 minute goes.
It's gone, but what do you got?
He's wanting to get some chargers and rechargeable batteries for this. Do we need to make a motion to get these, or can we just go ahead and get?
We can get that on our regular.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, that'll be good, because he's
Okay.
having to change them almost
Yeah,
every
just
meeting.
every time.
Yeah,
And
that'd
he
be
said
good.
DAB uses and everybody, so I
Be
told him
great.
we'd bring it up, but if we
Yeah,
don't.
we don't have to, we'll just go ahead and buy them, that's,
Okay.
I'll
Because
probably
we
have to
need.
sign off that card, you guys, so we just buy them. So.
Okay.
All right, call the meeting to order, please stand. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Brother Jamie, would you please lead us in a prayer?
Heavenly Father, we do thank you again for the privilege we have to live in this country, and especially to live in the beautiful place that we call Morgan County. We pray for your blessing upon our county and upon the city and all those who live in this area. Pray for your protection, and we thank you, Lord, that you brought us through a rather cold and snowy time recently, and especially want to thank you for all of those who worked hard at their jobs in order to make us safe. Thank you for that. Bless this meeting tonight with your presence. Guide those who will be leading it, and we pray that decisions that are made will honor you and bless this county. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. As Brother Jamie alluded to in his prayer, I would like to thank state, county, and city road crews that were out this past little snows we had and clearing the roads for us, and also our first responders also out. And I think we had an incident over in Malone today that they responded to. It was pretty bad wreck, but I understand everybody's all right. So appreciate all the first responders do for us, and utility crews as well. So let's move it along. Get my, well, it just went away. Here we go. Go ahead, Vicki, you do the roll call.
Eric Pelfrey.
Here.
Donnie Keaton.
Here.
Tommy Fannin.
Here.
Brandon Evans. Here. Leroy Phipps.
Here.
Jim Gazay.
Here.
We have a quorum.
You have a quorum. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go ahead and review the minutes, and I'll accept the motion when you're ready.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll second.
We have a motion on the floor. It's been properly second to approve the minutes from the last meeting. Any other questions or amendments? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, amend the minutes of the January 3rd, 2024 meeting of Morgan County Fiscal Court. The motion was made to support the Morgan County Clerk's Office should read as follows. Approval of a budget transfer of $30,000 from the general fund reserved to support the Clerk's Office payroll during the state mandated shutdown and to support County Clerk's Office operations for the calendar year 2023. Payroll to support to be reimbursed to the reserve February in 2024. The original motion read, approval of a budget transfer of $30,000 from general fund reserved to support the clerk's office payroll during the state mandated shutdown to be reimbursed to reserve in February 24. So I will accept the motion for approval of a budget transfer of $30,000 from the general fund to reserve to support the clerk's office payroll during the state mandated shutdown and to support county clerk's office operations for calendar year 2023. Payroll support to be reimbursed to reserve in February 2024. That was a mouthful.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. All right.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. It's been properly second to approve a budget transfer of $30,000 from the general fund reserve to support the clerk's office payroll during the state mandated shutdown and to support county clerk's office operations for calendar year 2023. Payroll support to be reimbursed to reserve in February 24. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, we have Rachel Bolin from Small Business Development Center. Is Rachel here? There she is. Rachel, should be a microphone up there on the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rachel Bowling, and I work for the Kentucky Small Business Development Center. I had the privilege to come over and talk to the judge a couple weeks ago before all the snow came. And at the Kentucky Small Business Development Center, we help small businesses get started, and that's our job. We work day in and day out with that. So I came over and I talked with him, and I said Morgan County is one of our underserviced areas for the KSBDC. So I come over and we started talking about ways that the SBDC could get into Morgan County and help the small businesses. So the Small Business Development Center, we've been around for about 40 years, a little over 40 years, and we offer one-on-one business coaching for small businesses. Now these are ones that are looking to start up, ones that are looking to expand, or maybe even the ones that are looking maybe for a succession, wanting to retire. We are able to offer all these services to our clients free of charge. We're able to do business plans, financial projections, dive into accounting and just different things that can help the small businesses of Morgan County. We do service 12 counties, but we're hoping to be more present here in Morgan County. So I left a flyer for you guys and my business card, and if there's anything we can do, we'd be happy to help.
Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you coming. Moving along, we'll move into the treasurer's report, financial statement. Sheena, you're up.
Okay, we've got a lot to cover tonight, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you all want to open up, we've got 3 attachments over on the right side. The first one is the financial statement. If you all want to go ahead and it's the Recon financial statement. This is a financial statement as of December 31st, 2023. I'll read those accounts across. General, $1,016,204.17. Road fund, $2 million. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Better? Okay, I'll start over. Okay, this is a financial statement as of 12/31/2023. This financial statement, of course, shows our books and cash balance in the bank is reconciled, and they both match. So those balances are in the general fund, $1,016,204.17. Road, $2,252,741.27. Jail, $41,565.68. LGEA, $10,520.95. Forest fire, that's a minus $281.44, and that balance will change as we collect forest fire acres tax comes in. Special projects is $166,947.36. Clerk dock fees, $9,156.60. Public properties funds, $410,399.21. And across all funds, $3,907,253.80. And we have submitted this to DLG, and also we have included a revenue and appropriation condition report over there under the attachments, and those 2 reports make up the total balance of the financial statement for December. And we just need approval of the financial statement as presented.
All right, upon your review, I'll accept a motion to, for the financial statement approval.
I'll make the motion to accept the financial statement.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve the financial statement as presented, properly seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next line item we have is 7B, which is changes to budgeted chart of accounts. We will always present this to the court if there is any changes to the budget as far as revenue or expense, and we'll document those changes to you all. If you want to open up that attachment. Just a second. Okay, the first one that we created was a revenue account, and this is for FEMA DR 4711 Roads Project 1. That is, of course, a new account for the FEMA flooding for 2023 project revenue. And if you can see on the next two is also the FEMA DR 4711 Roads Project number 2. That's also a revenue line item we've added into the budget. The third one is FEMA DR 4711 Roads Project number 3. That's also a revenue account line item for the FEMA flooding for 2003 project revenue. And the next 3 line items are expense account line items that will be the expense line item that goes for those revenue line items. They are, of course, FEMA DR 4711 Projects 1, Project 2, and Project 3, and all 3 of those are the expense that will be paid out for the FEMA flooding for 2023. And the next one is the FEMA administration cost. That's also an expense. That's our ER Assist administration cost. The next one is the MCFC Volunteer Fire Departments and Rescue Squad projects. That is a revenue line item. That is, we put that in there for the coal severance projects. And then the next line item, of course, you will see that is the expense line item we added in there so we can budget those projects out, and we created that MCFC Volunteer Fire Departments Rescue Squad project line item for those projects to be paid out of. And those have been put into the budget as well. The next one is IRS refund penalties of interest. That is a revenue account line item. That is new. Was put into the budget for the requested penalties and interest refund for federal withholding tax payments. As of right now, we've got back $28,938.97 of interest refunded back to the general fund. So that's all of the changes we have as of right now to the chart of accounts.
When you're ready, I'll accept a motion to approve changes to the budget and chart of accounts.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Right.
You guys are packed tonight. So we have a motion on the floor, it's been properly seconded to approve changes to the budget and chart of accounts. Any discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next line item we have is 7C, which is budget transfers. This is budget transfers number 9 for the amount of $98,592.06. I've included an attachment on there as well. I'll go over this with you all. The transfers that we have made on this budget transfers is we took $2,000 out of the corner call assist and put $1,000 into the coroner equipment supplies, $1,000 into coroner's vehicle operation and maintenance. We also put in to the county building repairs and maintenance, $10,000 into that account from the reserve for transfers from the general fund. Also solid waste telephone, $900. We had to increase that line item due to the point of sale system being installed up at the transfer station. We had to get internet and so forth up there, so that increased that line item a little bit for an expense. Both of those come out of the reserve for transfers. If you see that $10,900 came out of that. And then the next one is the road fund. We have FEMA administration cost. of $85,692.06. And we transferred that into that newly created line item on the budgeted chart of accounts to pay an invoice that will be later on in the agenda. We'll discuss that further, and this will be, of course, pending approval, and we will take that to be paid out of the reserve for transfers. And that's all for budget transfers number 9.
When you're ready, I'll entertain a motion to approve the budget transfers number 9 for the amount of $98,592.06.
I'll make a motion, we approve budget transfer number 9.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor, this has been properly second, to approve budget transfer number 9 for the amount of $98,592.06. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next line item is 7D, interfund cash transfers. We have an interfund cash transfer number 5 for $100,000 from the general fund to the jail fund. I have also included that attachment over on the right-hand side for you all to view. That is just a budgeted amount that we have to supply from the general fund over to support the jail fund. And the next one is interfund cash transfer number 6 in the amount of $72,888.03 from the general fund to the road fund. We done this interfund cash transfer, this amount of money come in back in November, and we had thought that that was a FEMA reimbursement on previous projects, but actually now that we have been talking with them and got everything lined up for our projects, that will be money that will need to be put into the road fund for project 1. That isn't a FEMA, that's a FEMA expense that they have already credited to our account so that we can start on those projects. But that'll need to go into the road fund, and we'll just need to interfund cash transfer for those. So 5 and 6.
Okay, when you're ready, entertain a motion to approve interfund cash transfers number 5 and 6 as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, it's been properly second to approve interfund cash transfers 5 and 6 as presented. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next one is 7E. This is emergency budget amendments. We have emergency budget amendments number 5, 6, and 7. I have put those in separate amendments so that way we can talk about those, and I'll explain those to you in detail. The first one, which is number 5, if you want to open that up, that is for the FEMA DR 4711 road projects number 2. That will be put in there to support, of course, FEMA projects, the revenue line item, and then that'll need to be put in for the expense. And the reason that we are doing this under the emergency budget amendment is due to, we have a, on further down in the agenda, we have a geostabilization invoice that will need to be paid, and for work that has been completed on a FEMA project. So we need to get that in there so we can get that paid out pending approval, of course. But that's all I need for,
That's the the one up at the hospital.
yes, the geostabilization. But that is budget amendment number 5. We'll go ahead and go over number 6. This is budget amendment number 6 in the amount of $269,777.91. This is for the MCFC Volunteer Fire Department Rescue Squad projects, which is coal severance. This is a prospective budget amendment. We have received in a couple of these projects already, but we anticipate that those funds will be received shortly. So we wanted to go ahead and put those in there so we can get those fire departments and the rescue squad their project money paid out as those come in, pending court approval, of course. But that is budget amendment, emergency amendment number 6. And number 7 is the last one, and it is for excess fees for the sheriff for $23,000. This is an emergency budget amendment that we done. The sheriff originally had $22,000 in the budget, anticipated revenue that we would receive from the sheriff excess fees. He had a little bit over that to turn over to the county at the first of the year. We need to amend that amount into our budget so that way that we can pay out those approved excess fees to the sheriff. When he presented his budget back in January, the court voted to give him those excess fees back for operations, and we'll need to put that in there so he can have those and file his claims for payroll and operations. And that'll be all for that budget amendment, and that's all I have on those.
Upon your review, we'll entertain a motion to approve emergency budget amendments, number 5, number 6, number 7, as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded. Any further questions or discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
Abstain.
carries. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, moving on to 7F, Budget Amendment. This will be the first reading of Budget Amendment Number 8 for the amount of $716,303.56. I have attached that budget amendment over on the right. I'll go over this with you all in detail. Of course, on the first page, we have the revenue line items, and this is over, these are the revenue line items that we have that were over anticipated amounts for the budget. We have real estate taxes, $68,005.03, delinquent property taxes, $735.15, franchise corporation, $14,651.89, and all three of those will go on the next page. You'll see that those will be into the general fund reserved for transfers. The next two line items are, of course, the FEMA DR 4711 Roads Project 1 and 3. We didn't include those in those emergency amendments for the FEMA projects because those have not been started yet. The other one was just more of an emergency situation due to the project already being started. Those are for $72,888.03 and $254,038.96. And we have separated those out so we can budget those projects and show exactly in detail on the expenses of those. The next one is for road FEMA reimbursement debris removal. That'll also go in the road fund reserved for transfer. The next one is the litter abatement grant, $2,032.12. We received this year $2,032.12 more for our litter abatement grant, and if you'll see on the next page for the appropriations, I have put that additional amount in there so that can be paid out for the litter abatement grant. The emergency management program grant, $10,081.63. That's funding that we received back from that. The horse park, $150. Surplus property auction, $16,829. All three of those numbers will go into the general fund reserve for transfer. The next one will be the road, the surplus property auction, $37,125. That'll go in the road fund reserve for transfer. The next two line items are general fund reserve for Wellness Center cruise-in t-shirt sales, $198. Concessions, $7,533. The next one will be into the road fund reserve, $1,987 for road department scrap pipe sales. The next few will be into the general fund reserve. Wellness Center fees, $6,623. Wellness Center rent, $3,462.95. Old jail tours, $460. Insurance claims, $671.88. Rebate from CAECO, $1.19. IRS refund of penalties or interest, $16,984.76. Reimbursement, $1,594.31. Donation, $395.14. And interest at the bank of $2,398.36. and that does a total amended revenues back into the budget for $716,303.56. And if you'll notice on page 2, that shows the appropriations, kind of like what I went over there, special projects for 2032-12, FEMA Road Projects 1, 72,888.03, Project 3, $254,038.96, and the general fund reserve will increase $150,775.29. Road reserve for transfer will be $236,569.16, with a total amended expenditures of $716,303.56. And this will be the first reading. That's all I have on that.
Okay, once you're done reviewing, we'll entertain a motion to approve the first reading of budget amendment number 8 for the amount of $716,303.56.
I make a motion to approve the first reading of the budget amendment number 8.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly seconded, to approve the first reading of budget amendment number 8 for the amount of $716,303.56. Any questions or discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, we're halfway through. So the next one is 7G, Treasurer's Periodic Checklist. This is an informational line item only. If you want to go ahead and open that attachment up, this is just the treasurer's monthly check sheet for December, and it shows that all these tasks have been completed and they have been signed off and double-checked by the finance officer on a timely basis. That is the retirement report, Kentucky sales tax report, Kentucky tax payroll payment, which is our K1, and for this month of December, we done a K3. Also, the 941 payroll payments for payroll 1, 2, and 3 garnishments, and the deferred comp. For the month of December, we actually had 4 payrolls, so those have all been checked and double-checked off on that those have been done. Our bond payments, sales tax, restaurant tax, and all of our self-pay insurance. And that's just basically informational items to the court. On to the next
Go
one.
ahead and move on.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one, which is 7H, MCFC Bank Pledge Securities. This is a report that shows that we have, of course, more money in the bank on our accounts at certain times than is covered by FDIC, which is $250,000. The law allows the bank to secure public funds with securities. I will be monitoring this pledge of securities on a quarterly basis and reporting it to the court. And of course, the bank monitors this monthly. And what this process does is it assures that our bank accounts are fully secured at the bank. And the auditors will also be asking for this report as well. If you want to pull that up, it might be a little sideways. You may have to turn it. We tried to get it in there. But as you'll notice, across all accounts, our bank balance as of 12/31 was $4,233,954.69. And you will notice that the bank did pledge the securities to cover all funds in all accounts. And we will need approval on that.
So when you're ready, I entertain a motion to approve the bank pledge securities report as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the bank pledge securities.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor has been properly seconded to approve the bank pledge securities report as presented. Questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next line item is 7I, Quarterly Liabilities Report. This is the Morgan County Fiscal Court Quarterly Liabilities Report. I have attached that for you all as well. This just goes over all the liabilities for the Morgan County Court. I have all of those, and they have been updated and submitted to DLG this month. We uploaded it to their website and updated all of the liabilities on here. As you can see, these are our bond and lease agreements that we have. And it also has the two Justice Center refunding bonds as well that are not on our books, but they also will be included in our liabilities report that will be that is submitted to DLG quarterly.
When you're ready, we'll entertain a motion to approve the quarterly liabilities report as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the quarterly liabilities report as presented.
I'll second it.
Somebody second? All right. We have a motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded to approve the quarterly liabilities report as presented. Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, we'll move on to 7J, Judicial Center Sinking Fund accounts. We have prepared two spreadsheets for the Judicial Center Sinking Fund accounts. These are, of course, off-the-book bond obligations related to the Judicial Center, and we will be presenting this to the court biannually. There's only, let's see, if you want to open up the attachment for the first one, this is the Series 2013. And you can see that there has been activity in December. We had an interest payment go through there, but we have created a spreadsheet, I guess maybe an analysis of activity for that 2013 Public Properties First Mortgage Revenue Bonds. We just wanted to present that to the court. And the next one is the 2020 series. If you'll open that up as well, you'll see that there was also a distribution on that analysis, and it went for a for an interest payment. The next scheduled payment for both of these will not be until June of 2024. After that, we will be presenting another analysis of activity to the court and showing the activity in all of those accounts as well.
When you're ready, we'll entertain a motion to accept the Judicial Center Sinking Fund accounts activity report for Series 2013 and Series 2020 bonds as of 12/31/23.
I'll make a motion to accept the Judicial Center Sinking Fund accounts activity.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly second, to accept the Judicial Center Sinking Fund accounts activity report for Series 2013 and Series 2020 bonds as of 12/31/23. Questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the last one is 7K, payroll direct deposit. This is just informational to the court and for employees. We have started payroll direct deposits, the first payroll of 2024, and everything was successful and went good with that. And we have got everyone's W-2s and everything ready to go, so that was just mainly informational to the court for everyone. And from now on, all of our payrolls will be done direct deposits, so the bi-weekly and the end of the month payrolls as well. And that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Sheena. You guys did a good job. They were here till after 8 p.m. last night putting all this together. Okay, next up, road department truck and bidding opening. Who's got the bid? We got one. Hutch Ford, Lincoln, West Liberty, Kentucky.
Go ahead and make
Got
it.
a- got a map or not?
Go ahead and make it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Okay, Hutch Ford would like to submit a bid on the following vehicle, 2024 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4, 160-inch wheelbase, Oxford white interior, Exterior, medium dark slate interior, XL trim package, equipment group 600A, vinyl 40/20/40 seats, 6.8 liter V8 engine, 10-speed auto transmission, all-season tires, 3.73 ratio regular axle, air conditioned, AM/FM stereo, and a clock. Bid is $49,239. Kevin Collins, sales manager.
Pretty close, wasn't it? Or half to it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had budgeted, what, 41,000 for that?
41,000 for that one, 49 just to step
Yeah.
up. That was a good move.
Yeah.
So,
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid.
I'll second it.
motion on the floor, properly second, to accept the Hutch Ford bid for $49,239. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Terry is watching tonight.
Yeah. Excited.
No beggars.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring up the FEMA projects funds. Who's gonna take the first?
Well,
You
we've
got-
included an attachment over on
Mhm.
the right-hand side, if you all want to pull that up.
Yeah.
I can kind of give a little brief
Yeah.
on it, if you want me to.
Yes, please.
These are our FEMA projects as of right now. Of course, we've kind of touched briefly on this this number 3 or 4 times tonight, but Project 2 is already in action. It's already in process. We have work completed on that through a state-approved contractor. That is for the DR 4711, which was the spring flooding. That is at the medical circle, the slip that was going on up there. They have already funded the county $85,235.12 towards that project, and that will be used to pay out those expenses. And Project 1 also, FEMA has funded for those expenses for Hollow Poplar, Greenbrier, and Moore Creek. Those projects are anticipated to be $72,888.03 of funding that we've received for those. And Project 3, DR 4711, Butch Road, Paradise Lane, $254,038.96.
And yes, you did hear correctly, pre-funded. Yeah, I know,
We received that money.
you received that money.
Yes, FEMA,
Yeah.
we had been talking with, I think Raven's in here tonight, about those projects. ER Assist and Raven has been working together on getting those projects approved, and we received funding receipts on those, and they have went ahead and sent the funding to us to complete those projects. I think the deadline as of right now, Vicki, is November, correct? Of
Yes,
this year.
November. It's November this year.
So, but those projects have already been submitted.
If those projects don't get completed in time, are they gonna ask for their money back?
Yes,
Yes, so we gotta get on the ball.
yeah, but we just wanted to let
That's why we
you
need to get
know.
this approved so we can start working on it.
We just wanted to report to the court when that money come into our account, because it was
Yeah.
FEMA money for projects to be completed, and that way you all know that those had come in.
Which the hospital's done, except for a little blacktop.
Yeah, they still got a blacktop up there.
That will be what we'll discuss later on as far as that invoice that will complete that project. Or not complete it, it's part of that project. But that is basically just informational for the court on those.
One thing we might want to point out is that the reason they started
Pre-funded.
pre-funding is because FEMA changed the definition of a small project to
Yes.
anything less than $1 million. And so they will pay based on an estimated price.
Yes. Yeah, this is a first that they just
Yeah.
started doing this. Usually you
It's-
pay
yeah,
for the
this is new.
expenses and then you get reimbursed, but now they'll be, putting the funding up and then we will complete the project. But as you all can see, we put those into separate line items on the budget to, budget out those projects.
Yeah, each one's got its own line item, so we can see, comes in, goes out.
But if there's any discussion or questions on that.
All right, moving along. Approved payment to Geo Stabilization International. So this is the project they did upon the hospital, back there behind the ER in the back with the slip. We've been invoiced by Geo Stabilization International in the amount of $75,000.26, $26.60 for their work in repairing the slip. And that's under FEMA DR 4711, project number 2. And so we would, you got the attachments over here on the side you can look at if you desire to go in and see all that FEMA stuff. Or you can read about it tonight while you're trying to get to sleep.
We attached the invoice from Geo Stabilization and the state contract that shows that they are under that as well.
And that leaves us enough to go up there and do the blacktop.
That was gonna be my question.
Yeah.
I think it was $10,000 there.
Yeah, we can go up there and do the blacktop. And I think they said anything that we get under the budget on these pre-funded things, we keep.
FEMA actually priced it higher than what the contractors did.
Yes, they did. So that works for us in our favor. So I'll entertain a motion to approval of the payment. If you're ready.
I'll make a motion that we pay Geothermal Stabilization International the $75,026.60 for their work at ARH.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor has been properly second for approval of the payment in the amount of $75,026.60 to Geo Stabilization International for their work repairing the ARH slip at Medical Circle Drive. Any questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, next up, approve of payment for ER Assist. We received 2 invoices totaling $85,692.06 for their administrative work on FEMA DR 4592 for the ice storm. For their administrative management cost, Laurel Tula has stated in writing on the invoices they are 100% reimbursable from FEMA. And the attachments are on the side over here. You see the both invoices. And as Laurel said, these are 100% reimbursable.
I make a motion to approve pay the invoice to $85,692 to ER Assist for management work.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, it's been properly seconded to approve the pay invoice in the amount of $85,692.06 to ER Assist for management work on FEMA DR 4592. Any questions or discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, fire departments and rescue squad co-severance projects. We got any no attachments on here? All right, this was the projects that we approved by resolution that was selected for the fire departments in each district. And we approved that resolution, and this is to go ahead, and so they can go ahead and they've all been approved, but now the money's starting to come in, so we have to amend the money into the budget.
Which we
That's coal
previously-
servants money, it gets amended in, and now that it's amended in, now we need to pay them out, so they can go pay for their stuff that they're getting. And I believe rescue squad's got something they gotta pick up tomorrow.
I'll make a motion that we approve to pay the fire department's and rescue squad invoices through COSEP 2024 coal severance project.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor, it's been properly second for approval to pay the fire department's and rescue squad invoices when received through the 2024 coal severance projects. Any questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carried. You're getting good at that. Eric didn't even have to point it out to you this time.
A little better.
Smack my hand last time.
He's getting more comfortable with you over now. Sheena, go ahead and discuss the WEX and Elon.
Okay, this is just a review of our WEX and Elon billing statements. We have attached those for you all to view. They have been paid and they just need to be ratified as expenditures. If you all want to view those.
After you review the attachments, we'll entertain a motion to ratify.
I'll make a motion to ratify the expenditures.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor has been properly second to ratify prior period expenditures for WEX and Elon Financial Services. Questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Shannon, credit card.
We'll need approval, approved credit card use with brandnewengines.com. This is a website that the road department has found that this vendor is the least expensive option for ordering motors for the snowplow. Of course, we'll need the court's approval to make a purchase with our credit card from this company, and it's brandnewengines.com.
That saves us, what, $800?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we use the Elon Financial Credit Card for purchases from brandnewengines.com.
All right, we have a motion on the floor, properly second, for the approval to use the Elon Financial Credit Card for purchases from brandnewengines.com. Questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Shave, you got a haircut.
Yeah, I know. Shaved, didn't get a haircut.
I didn't even almost recognize you. You walked in there, man. Doesn't make it go well?
Sorry, I was double booked today, but
Yeah.
I'm here now.
We were missing you. All right. Point of sales update, Sheena?
We just wanted to give the court a update on the point of sale system. We have recently installed a point of sale system at the Wellness Center and at the transfer station. This is a very good system as far as keeping records and data and the receipts coming in and giving each customer a receipt. And it's been very good as far as for our books and all that. And so far, everything's going really well with those. And everything's going great. We just wanted to inform the court on that success as well. And we have also included an attachment for the cost of the point of sale system. In total, it ended up being $4,505.46, which come in under our estimated budget expense that we previously discussed with the court. But that has so far been a very good investment for the point of sale system.
Okay, moving along. Charlie Robbins Road, Heavy Hollow Road, and Grampus Bridge Spur. Donnie, I believe you're...
Yeah, all these roads, we have maintained them, they've been on the system before, and somehow they're showing up now that they're not in the system. So we would like to put them back into the system to just grade and gravel.
Was there another road? Was there a fourth one?
What was the, no,
Well, that's that Charlie Robbins Road.
Is that Charlie Robbins? Oh,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
It's off of Lick Ranch.
yeah.
It's off of Lick
Yeah.
Ranch.
All right, I got you.
That's what, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about, okay.
I'll make a motion that we bring these 3 roads back into the road system.
I'll second.
Well, motion on the floor has been properly second.
That would just be an acknowledgement that they're already roads, okay? It's not
Yeah.
like bringing them back in. We're just saying, these are roads, and we as a fiscal court think it's in Morgan County's best interest to make sure that they're known to be county roads. And so it's just kind of like an acknowledgement.
And now, so we don't need a, all right. So we have an acknowledgement. Okay.
You can vote on the acknowledgement. I mean, that just
You wanna
makes it.
vote? All right, let's go ahead and do that motion. It's a second to acknowledge the, taking Charlie Robbins Road, Grampus Branch Spur, and Heavy Hollow Road back into the county road system. Or acknowledging that they are county roads. Any questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I believe we'll be doing a lot more of these too. Ratify paid vendor claims.
Those are the vendor claims that have been paid since, which included last month's vendor claims and the standing order claims that we've paid since the last meeting.
Make a motion to ratify paid vendors' claims.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to ratify paid vendor claims. Discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve unpaid vendor claims.
Obviously, these are our vendor claims that we haven't paid yet. They do include those two big, ER assist and geo stabilization. They're on the vendor claims as well. We just need your approval.
a motion, we approve the unpaid vendor claims.
Second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve unpaid vendor claims. Questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No, it's not on the agenda, but I'd like to do a closed session just for a few minutes so I can give you an update. So,
I'll make a motion, we go into closed session.
I'll
Second.
second. Already got it.
Got you all there.
motion on the floor, properly second to go into
1
closed
second
session.
ahead of me.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
make a motion, we come back from closed session to regular session.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'll second it.
Who seconded?
Yeah.
So, motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Appreciate everyone coming out. Sorry you had to wait.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What time do they think that, like, what's the timeline?
Ever tell him about that, fix it or replace it or whatnot?
Yeah. Take a nap out there. I didn't really do that. I wanted to,
Oh. So it's just playing around there. Very early stages.
And then once we get the drawing, I can it's too short. Yeah.
Well, Terry will be tickled to death with his truck, won't he? And it's not electric. So he'll be even tickled. We tried to kid him and tell him he's getting an electric truck. He was mad. He believed it there for a while, didn't he? That he was gonna get an electric truck, Terry. He believed it.
No, just
He
take
did.
pictures of it.
He called me, he was at his car, and I let him think it was. I said, yeah, they're doing a new program with
No,
electric trucks. He said, oh my
Let's
gosh,
give
he was mad as car.
Well, she don't have to sign a check.
But yeah, he'll be tickled to death.
Treasurer has to sign a check, so we found out what time she can be here to sign it.
I don't think that one Well, let the building.
Baby, I can take this hoodie off in like 2 seconds. I got you.
Send me a message and said she was here, I'm getting dressed.
She was sitting there flipping Sheena off when she was done.
Yep.
Hold your hands like that right there.
Yeah, she kept her hand like
She
here.
kept her hand like this. She
Her eyes.
I know.
Yeah, and they were red and watery.
She lost so much weight.
Leroy says to me,
How about blacked out? Remember I was doing that 85,000 one? My mind was completely blank because I looked over that.
Yeah, a waiver by all parties of their rights. It's gotta be
And I looked
recorded.
there and my mind went blank. I was like, look, I was like,